it's Lisa Dickey from Dickey's Cooking School, and today we are going to make mini quiche with fantastic, versatile Phyllo pastry. This magic papery pastry comes in sheets. You get it in the frozen section in the supermarket. So if you buy it in the supermarket and you want to use it, you're going to leave it on the counter for a couple of hours to defrost it, or leave it in the fridge overnight. Do not try to submerge this in water to defrost it more quickly. It comes in a plastic sleeve and it's not waterproof, and so you'll just get super soggy, gross dough that you have to throw out. Pro tip, I've done it and it didn't work for me. So for this Phyllo pastry, we're going to line, this is going to be our pastry. We're going to line our muffin tins with Phyllo pastry. And what Phyllo needs, you can see it's so dry, it needs oil. So we're going to use a pastry brush. And in this case, we have sunflower oil. You could use olive oil, canola oil, melted butter, doesn't matter. So the way we're gonna start is, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make 4 quiche today. We're gonna use 4 eggs and top it with milk. So we're gonna line this, I'm gonna just do 4 of these tins. Now these are big jumbo muffin tins. You don't have to use jumbo. You could use the smaller ones. And if you use the smaller ones, I'll give you the dimensions about how you're gonna cut your Phyllo sheets. So we're gonna get these 4, like that. Okay, so now for our sheets, with one of these sheets, for a jumbo muffin tin, you're going to divide this roughly into 6 pieces. And we're gonna take 3 sheets, because some of them are a little dried out. So we're gonna set this aside. We're gonna use our pizza cutter here. So we're gonna divide it in half this way and just ballpark it, okay? If you're really, really precise, then you can get a ruler out and make them all even Steven. And if you're not, you don't need to be. And we're gonna, on the lengthwise, we're gonna cut them into thirds. In fact, you could make fruit tarts with these as well. They're really, really lovely. So now, you're gonna take a single sheet and we're just gonna sink those in there. Okay, so we've got a sheet on each of these. In between each layer, you need to reapply your oil. You're sort of building your pastry. You want to make sure you get the tops too, only because they're exposed. They're not going to have any egg in them. And so they can get dried out and a bit crispy. So we're going to do this so we have at least 4 layers of Phyllo. If you wanted to add more, you could add more. I wouldn't add less, because you want to definitely make sure that they don't tear and the egg doesn't drip out. Okay, so our Phyllos are all in the muffin cups. And now we have 4 eggs. So again, you're looking for a large muffin tin, you're gonna do 1 egg per muffin tin. That's gonna be how you're gonna plot out how much ingredients you need. And if you're doing the smaller ones, you're gonna, it's gonna be about 2 eggs for two tins. So it's about 3/4 of an egg, which is kind of weird. Okay, we're gonna give this a nice quick whisk. And we're gonna add some milk. It's about a 1/2 cup there. It is a 1/2 cup actually. And for cheese, we have some Parmesan, and we also have some freshly grated old cheddar. Again, you could use any cheese. You could use mozzarella, Monterey Jack, Swiss cheese. You could even use some cream cheese. I really like Boursin, feta. Inside, you could do tomatoes, caramelized onions. You could use fresh onions. You can top with spring onions. You could do a piece of chicken. You could do ham. Doesn't matter, okay? So for this lunch, and frankly, you could use this again, like I said, for breakfast or for dinner, you've got your protein covered, okay? Between the milk and the cheese and the eggs, your protein is covered. What you don't have is fiber, and what you don't have is the veg. So a nice pairing with this would be a really great hearty salad, maybe made with kale, or a combination of kale and cabbage, and then you're gonna get your veg and you're gonna get some fiber as well, okay? So we're going to carefully. We're gonna pour this in. You don't wanna overfill this, and you're gonna just even it out through it. And give a little more to each one. Oop. Puffs up pretty nicely, actually. So this oven is preheated, like I said, to 350. And then it's gonna take about 15, 20 minutes. So we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of cheddar. I'm gonna cut a little bit of basil, fresh basil. You could use, a nice combination also is feta, dill, fresh dill, and some cherry tomatoes. I'm gonna put a little basil there though. And I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper. And I've got this rosemary salt just for a little bit extra flavor. Don't have to put salt on top. And then I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan in each one. And those are our mini quiche. In 15 minutes, your lunch is ready. Here we have delicious quiche. Okay, you might want to take a little knife and slide it around just to loosen it up. And here we go, they come out pretty nicely. You got that little nice browning there, and it's a delicious little quiche. You can make it the day before and have it. I don't mind them cold, some people do. They're really fine, also just at room temperature. That is a delicious, easy lunch. You want to top that, toss or side that, pair that, rather, with salad, and you've got your protein and your veg and your fiber. And if you eat it, well, then you'll eat it, and it's delicious. Happy lunches. Bye.